is to get right back after a fall. Does this trick apply to relationships? Do you get right back after a breakup? Some people have the opinion that the best way to heal from a broken heart or to recover from a broken relationship is to get right back into the game, start a new relationship. While others are of the opinion that the best way to recover from a broken heart is to take time out and reflect. Therefore, how long should you stay before you start a relationship? This is a topic today we're discussing on LifeXtra, and I am Bamas Victoria. With me today to discuss on this issue, it's a fellow colleague who has been writing for LifeXtra for a couple of years now. Please join me to welcome Esohe Ebota.
Thank you, Victoria. It's good to be on the show, and welcome our listeners.
Okay, so what's your take on this issue?
Well, my own take is that breakups are never easy, especially adapting to going back to a single life, because it is something that maybe one has put in her time or his time into it, and then boom, a breakup. Then, I mean, it's difficult to be difficult.
Okay. So, what if it's a relationship you haven't really, there are some relationships like 2 months, and it now look as if they've spent like 10 years. There is this how close you're going to be. Do you think that such a person who has put his or her time into the relationship?
No. I don't think so. After all, they are just starting. So, I mean, 2 months is just a small time.
Okay. So, if you want to participate in this discussion, please, you can join by writing your comments at the link below. Personally, to you, how long will you say? Have you experienced such?
From my own personal experience,
yes.
Well, I believe that a year, 6 months is okay, because for me, it was something I put in my time, my efforts, and my energy, everything into it. So it took me quite a while to heal. So, like we earlier stated, it depends on the individual. But then when our listeners, our viewers get to make comments, we'll be able to know what they think about it.
Okay. On one of the LifeXtra shows we did, we read this data from one research that was conducted, that on the average, an average girl, before she finally meets the one, she will have at least had like 4 relationships and suffer like 2 heartbreaks. So it means, and this also applies to the male folks, of course. It means you, our viewers, or will have at least at a point in time experienced heartbreak. So tell us, after your heartbreak, before moving to the next relationship, how long did it take you before you started another relationship?
Yeah, and viewers, the experts too that are into love matters of the heart, they've also given their own views, and I would like to read one here. Okay. Sure, from Susan Winters. She's a professional love and life mentor. She said, figuring out if you are actually ready to date doesn't depend on a specific timeline. She also adds that it is best to try and give yourself time, as long as it takes for you to come to the terms that, okay, I am no longer with this person and all that. Victoria, don't you think she's right?
Of course, she makes some points. She made some valid point. Okay, let me, before this program started, we got some comment from some of our readers. Let me take some of the comments.
Okay.
I have this one from, sorry, let me enlarge it. I have this one from Professor Lambo. He said, to save the headlines of some sniper story. Oh, I think he's referring to the recent trends of people taking sniper-related suicide due to heartache or heartbreak or broken relationship. Another one from Tongos. The truth and sin. Oh, sorry, let me take this next one from Israel Femi. He said, No particular time frame, but it shouldn't be done in a rush because there are a lot of things that needs to be fixed first. So it means Femi here is of the opinion that one need to take out time. Reflect, check what went wrong, you know, so before you move to the next one, so that you won't take the baggages from one relationship to the other.
True.
Okay, so we have another comment here from Gladiator in Kaftan. He said it depends on how that person can cope with his inner situation. So he said that means the time frame depends on
the person's emotional strength. Yes, I agree with that person.
Okay. Why?
For me, you know, people have different emotional makeups. So it depends. If you can heal within 2 days, good and fine. That's how you are made. But if it will take you a long time for you to heal, good and fine. So it all depends on the person's emotional makeup. So I'll go with that.
Okay. So I have a comment here from Baba Ghana Ali Ibrahim. He said it won't stay long, but I will use that opportunity to stage a comeback. Baba Ghana, if you're listening to us, please tell us, what do you mean by staging a comeback? And what are the kind of things you will do to stage a comeback? What do you think you're saying?
For me, staging a comeback means he will want to bounce back, or like let's say a rebound. Or some people would say, okay, let me put it to this person, show this person that, see, I can do without you. You are not the only person that can take a place in my life. So I can live my life without you.
Okay, thank you. I have a comment here from ACNGMB. He said, what is the type? I think he's asking what is the type of relationships. I think any relationship that leads to breakup, it can be 2 months, 3 years, 5 years engagement.
Yeah. For me, it could be your engagement, or maybe just in the relationship of trying to get to know one another, maybe perhaps dating or courtship stage. So breakup can happen at any time, even engagement, but not at the marriage. So what we are basically talking about is while it's still at the relationship level before marriage.
Okay. So when you wrote on this topic for the paper, for the print version, was there any comment that you came across that struck out, that was unique, that was
I think the comment by the first person, we had varying comments.
So what was basically, were they saying they rather jump back right in? Were they saying they want to take time and reflect? What was the dominant recurring comment?
I remember one, but I can't remember the person now.
Yeah.
She said it will take her time to get back into another relationship because she needs to rediscover who she is. After all, she can't get to be with another person without first of all discovering her mistakes. Maybe perhaps she was the one that did what led to the breakup, and her, so she would want to take time to get over herself, maybe arrange her mistakes before jumping right back into another relationship.
Okay. I have another comment here from, I can't actually read this because his name is actually written in Arabic alphabet, but he said 1 month. 1 month only because women are everywhere. So he feels that he's going to maybe take 1 month out. Then what do you think?
Like I said earlier, it depends on the person's emotional makeup. So for him, it will take 1 month to heal after a breakup, and then he gets back.
Okay.
So it's all fine. That's what he feels is best for him.
Okay. Let me take this comment from Patience Steven. Patience Steven, she's in her late 20s, she's self-employed. She said she will want to wait for at least 6 months before going into a new relationship. She said that way she will have forgotten all that had happened before. She said, for me, I will wait for another 6 to 8 months before I start another relationship. At least by then I will have gotten over the past one.
Yes.
Do you have anything to say?
She wants to get rid of the old relationship, anything that has to do with her old relationship, she will want to get rid of it before entering another one, so that the memories of the past relationship does not keep coming and then obstructing her happiness in the new one.
Yeah, she doesn't want to take the old baggage into the new relationship.
One, yes.
Okay. If you're just joining us, so this is Daily Trust Life Extra, and the topic we have been discussing is how long should you stay to start another relationship after a broken heart? Please join us, and by giving us your opinion, you can just write your comments at the comment box. Meanwhile, while we're waiting for more comments, let me take some of the ones we have here. We have Elder Martha, a fashion designer in her 30s. She said for her, she thinks it should vary. It should vary for individuals, because what might work for one person might not work for the other one. She said, let me quote, "It depends on the emotional strength of the individual. For me, I would say a year, because I will use that time to reflect on what caused the breakup. If I was the cause, I will then work on myself so that I don't repeat the same mistake in my next relationship." This is what Edomata said. Now, that's if she's the cause, she will work on it. What if she is not the cause? What do you think she would do?
If she wasn't the cause, then it would just, maybe she might probably just have to mourn, as it were, and then give herself time to get over the broken relationship, and then maybe jump into another one. That is, if she's willing to. Yeah. Okay. So that's just it.
So I have another comment from Abu Bakar Amadu Maishanu. He said he's after a breakup, he's going to take 1 week, because the longer you stay, the more traumatized you become. Amadou Shano is the category of people who believe that the best way to learn how to ride a horse is to get right back. He feels that you think 1 week is enough for healing.
That's for him.
You think it can work?
Yeah, it should. Because remember what our previous commentator said, Martha, she said, what works for A may not work for B. So if I decide to take 1 week to heal from my breakup, that is what works for me, but it may not work for another person. Still going back to what I said, it depends on the person's emotional makeup.
Okay, so let me take another comment here from Shulamite. She said, let me quote, "Well, it might take me close to a year and 6 months to get over that person, especially if it is a relationship I gave my time, effort and everything for it to work, but it didn't." So if she hadn't invested as much time, you think it would still take her as long as 6 to
not at all. I don't think the healing process will be that much.
So that means the more time you invest on
in the relationship, the longer the healing process.
Okay, so let me take a comment from Susan Winter. Okay, Susan Winter is a professional writer. She said, "How long you should wait to date again after a breakup?" Okay, she's just saying that deciding after a breakup, deciding when to start dating is always very hard. A big reason for this may be because there is no right way to go about it. I mean, there is no hard and fast rule.
There is no hard and fast rule about jumping right back into another relationship after a breakup. So she's right there.
Okay, so but do you think there should be rules, like, dating etiquette?
Everybody has what he uses as a yardstick or as a guide that will help him or her to come back into a relationship. Now, there are two legitimate questions that one needs to ask him or herself. The first question is there such a thing as waiting too long? Is there such a thing as waiting too long? And then secondly, if you jump right back into something new, are you just rebounding? So these two questions are very important for us to consider, for those who feel that, okay, I want to go into another relationship after a breakup? These are the two questions they need to consider.
But the thing is, when you're going through emotional breakup, do you think that a person has clarity of thought to be asking all these questions? You know, at that point,
the head is scattered. Yes, the head is scattered, and thoughts are still like, okay, at that time you'll be like, what did I do that we broke up? You know, there'll be trading of blame. So at that point, the person's head is not even clear. But then for those who are able to coordinate themselves, then that is when they need to ask themselves these questions.
Okay. If you're just joining us, this is Life Extra, and the topic we're discussing is how long should you wait after a breakup before starting another relationship? Are you the category of person that feel you should jump right back into another one? Or are you in the category of people that believe that you need time to heal? Like, you know, you need to take time out to heal. And I forgot, today is Salah, I didn't wish the viewers happy. Okay, so to our Muslim viewers, we're wishing you a happy Salah celebration. Barakah the Salah. So you can actually participate. Just send in your comments on the live stream. Just type your comment. So have I asked you this question? How did you cope with your own breakup?
Well, how I was able to cope with mine when it happened to me was that I didn't just lock myself up mourning over the fact that, okay, this person has gone and all that. Well, it's after some days I was able to pull myself back and then face reality that this is not going to work again. And then I started engaging in activities that will help me take my mind off the person. So that was what worked for me, and with time I was able to get over it, although memories still come back, but then I was able to get over it.
Okay. Last night I was reading a Facebook post from a lady on my TL. She was writing about, it seems she had a breakup, so it seems she did something nice for somebody and the person was like thanking her. He was now telling her that she's going to meet someone who is way better than her ex, that the ex is going to see her, he's going to know that she's successful even with her, him. You know, he was saying all this stuff. That's what she said. The person told her through her inbox. So she now said, she now told the person to stop, that she's not in a competition with anyone. It didn't work out. Of course, there was pains, there was what I've got. Everybody now, you know, that she's running her race for herself, you know, not for him, not for her ex, right? So that she wants to succeed for herself, not because she has someone she wants to impress. So what do you think? You think it's okay? What do you think of her stance?
Yeah, she, in a way, she's right, and I would actually want to say what her ex did was wrong.
How do you know what her ex did was wrong?
I mean, saying that, okay, the life, you know, without her and all that.
No, her ex didn't. Okay, but what caused the break? I don't know what caused the breakup, so I wouldn't know who was wrong.
Okay.
I was just, you know, she did did a favor for somebody. So you know how we Nigerians like to pray. So the person knew she was going through. She just went through a breakup. So he was now like praying that you're going to succeed. Your ex is going to see you. He's going to know.
Okay.
So you're getting it.
Like
now.
A form of prayer.
Yes, that's her ex. So she now said, "Dude, chill. I'm not in a competition with anybody. I'm not out to impress anybody. I want to be successful for myself,
not for anyone."
Yeah, what do you think?
She's fine. She's right by saying that being in a relationship and then having a breakup, you are not trying to impress anybody. It's just a normal thing to be in a relationship, and then breakup is a normal happening in life. So she's right by saying she's not in a competition with anybody.
No, okay. Well, that's one way. But the thing is, everybody, I don't know, that would be too, let me not say everybody. Let me say quite a number of persons. I don't have any statistics to back this, I'm just saying. A number of persons, we want to date someone better than who they were dating before. You know, there is this need to want to know that, hey, I'm improving, I'm upping my game, I'm moving to the next step. You don't want to date someone, let me say, who is like 80% complete, then you now go back to dating someone 40%, 50%. You know, you want to do better than what you have before. So how do you marry the two together?
Everyone wants to go higher. So, of course, if the person one was dating before was not up to that person's standard, and then they broke up, and then someone better comes along, that's like upgrading now. Everybody wants to upgrade, so that's more like upgrading or upping your game, as it were. So it's normal. It's normal.
So now I'm a bit confused. Should I impress? Should one work hard to impress his or her ex, or should you just? How do you marry it?
No. You don't work hard to impress your ex. What you are doing basically is like telling the person silently that, look, I can do better with or without you in my life. So I don't need you in my life to succeed. So because some people will feel that, okay, if this person is not there, how would they make it, and all that. There's no reason for that.
Okay.
So once there is a breakup, let it be, and then you move on.
So you've known me for quite a while now. So if I could come and meet you and tell you that, hey, such a person has broken my heart, this and that and this, so what would you advise me? To chill or to jump right in?
What I'll tell the person is,
I'm meeting myself.
This is dicey. Okay, what I'll tell you is, if I know the story of everything that led up to the breakup, and then I'll pass my judgment based on who is wrong in the relationship.
Okay, so what if I was wrong?
Hey, if you're wrong, I will try to bring you back now. Tell you, see, babe, what you did was wrong. These are the areas you did not do it right. And then maybe if I know what your ex did, I'll say, okay, this is where the guy went wrong, and then just move on. What's meant to be will be.
Okay.
So if he's meant for you, fine, he will come back. But if he's not, everybody go your way.
If I want to move on.
So that's left for you now. If you don't want to move on, but sincerely, I'll tell you, move on. Forget about the person and move on.
You think it's that easy?
No, it's not easy, but then you don't have a choice.
So what if he's one that is wrong? You still tell me to move on?
Of course. I'll still tell you to
I'm not
move
supposed
on.
to have my back.
Well, I will. I'll console you, and then just move on. Basically, that's just the watchword. Move on.
So okay, now let me take it to, what are some of the things one should do when one is moving on?
Okay, when coming out of a relationship and you want to move on, you go back to activities that you love doing. Maybe if you're someone that you love writing, you go back into writing. You hang out with friends, hang out with family. Just do things that will help you take your mind off that person. I think that way. And then if you work, you invest more time in your work to do a lot of things that will help you get your mind off that person.
Okay. What are some of the things you think one should do if the person is under the school of the category of people that believe that they should jump right back? So what are some of the things? With this your look, it seems you don't support the jump. Okay.
No, I don't support
or if you have a friend that believes in that kind of, what kind of advice will you give him or her when jumping right back in?
I'll tell the person to calm down.
But if the person doesn't want to calm down, so like as a good friend, you should have your friends back. You're like, what will you tell the person as you're jumping right back? Won't you give the person one or two tips?
I'll try my best as much as possible to advise that person. But if you feel that, okay, this is what I want to do, you go ahead and do it. I'll let you go and do what you want to do. But I have tried my best to advise you.
Okay. The topic we have been discussing is what will you do how long should you wait before getting into a new relationship after a breakup? Whether, irrespective of who is at fault, whether you're the one or is the other person, irrespective of whatever caused the breakup, how long will you stay before starting a new relationship? We've actually gotten several comments. Some people feel that they would take like 6 to 1 year to heal. Some people feel that it's a week, because they feel that if they stay that long, they're going to get traumatized. There were just so many comments. And everything that has a beginning must have an end.
True.
We have come to the end of today's broadcast. Before we go, we want to wish all our Muslim viewers happy Salah, happy Salah, Barakah Salah. We hope your day went well, and we hope that the blessings of the seasons be with you and your family. From my producer, Judd Leonardo Cafo, I am Bamas Victoria. I'm telling you, have a nice day.
Yeah, have a lovely evening.
Yeah, see you same time next week.